Ryan Moto, question. I've been with my wife for 20 years, and I'm still a work in progress. How do you guys handle misunderstandings in your marriage? Who is first to apologize?
20 years. Wow. So we've been together for 10. It was 10 in June.
Wow, so they've been together.
Double up.
He said he's 38, so since he was 18.
That's like us.
Wow. Yep, but we're 10. We're halfway there. How do you guys handle misunderstandings, and who's the first to apologize? Okay. Take it away.
I'd like to hear yours first.
How do we handle misunderstandings? I'm trying to think of a specific example first. I feel like I don't know. How do we handle? I don't.
I want you to answer. Sweet baby Jesus.
We fight. We put on boxing gloves
and knock each other the heck out.
And we throw fists.
Yeah.
We throw hands. What do we do?
Well, I think the reason why he's struggling.
We don't really have misunderstandings. I don't think we are pretty darn in
There's
sync.
like two topics that are hot topics with us, right?
Okay, what are they?
Yours with me is my inability to think big picture, whether it's with finances or certain things.
But that's barely a conversation because
okay,
you don't
hold
give me
on,
that much crap.
hold on. I don't what?
That's
what you give me crap for.
Right.
Okay. So the second thing that we argue about is something that I get upset with you about, which is your lack of emotion or romance or those types of things. My opinion on AJ is that he is too, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're too, not
monotone?
realistic. No, not realistic. What's the word I'm looking for? Come on.
Unrealistic?
No, you're too come on.
Completely perfect?
Realist. You're too much of a what's the word I'm looking for? You use it all the time.
Magical. A genius?
No.
Freaking
loser. You're too much of a you're too logical. That's the word I was looking for.
Great.
Gosh.
Okay.
You're too logical. To a fault.
Okay.
In a lot of ways it works for you, but with my problem with that is that it takes away from the romanticism of a relationship a little bit, where you're you don't need me to tell you that you're pretty, or you don't need me to tell you I love you. Of course I love you. Like those types of things. So that's where I get frustrated with AJ, is because he's not like that. You show me in certain ways, but they're just not typical ways, I guess. I don't know. It's ways that sometimes it's hard to feel loved. So I will point that out to AJ, but AJ isn't somebody that gets very worked up about anything. And I'm not somebody that screams or raises my voice, right?
No.
So when we bring things up to each other, it's usually just okay, this is really bothering me about you. Could you do X, Y, and Z? You never really do it. So I'll bring it up a couple months later.
She wants words of affirmation constantly, 100% of the time.
When he says constantly,
I also think
when he says constantly, I just want it. Maybe when you say constantly, I maybe ask you every now and again because I just don't get it. So that's the constant.
Yeah, it's because I want to try to do it. Maybe eventually I'll get around to it, but it's the one thing out of all of the things that I think is this. It's a silly one. Well, it's kind of like acts of service.
Guys,
also.
pop up in the comments. Any of the
guys. I guess it's because I don't need any of it.
Yeah, but it's not about you.
I know, but it's just obviously that's the perspective that I live.
And the things that you need. Let's say you give me a list of AJ's needs.
0. Don't need anything. Oh,
that is not true though.
No, the list of things that I need, I could easily, hire a cleaner. What? What?
He's gonna find a lady of the night.
I could find a lady.
Saw a lot of those in London.
I
could find a lady of the night. I'll find a cleaner. I'll find a chef.
Yeah, I would hire all of those people So those are
But
the
you
things.
wouldn't do that because you have a wife.
Right.
Are you saying that I'm disposable?
No, I'm just saying that those are the things that like
My Moto, you're gonna see it in real
I
time.
need
Okay.
and that you offer me, which is great.
Okay, that's why you married me, correct?
But I don't need no. That's a great bonus. I would hire out otherwise. I don't think I need anything else. No, the one thing I like is quality time. So that is my love language is quality time.
Okay.
Without a doubt, bar none, way up at the top, nothing even close. I don't have any other. Like that is it, quality time.
Okay, so out of the 5, what is it? Physical touch, acts of service.
Physical touch, I guess, is another one.
Physical touch. Why'd you say it like that? Physical touch. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hire out for that too?
Yeah, lady of the night.
Why were we saying all that? Oh gosh.
Because your big one is words of affirmation.
Yeah, like I think you show me you love me by like providing.
Which is my worst one at giving.
Absolutely.
By far.
With everybody in your life,
Everybody.
not just me.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'll get there.
When? Can you give me a timeline? Am I gonna be dead? That is my biggest thing with you though. Is I've heard I'm beautiful once, and it was in his wedding vows. Yep.
That's not true.
Yeah, that is AJ. I swear on my daughter upstairs that
That's
that's
not
true.
true though.
Maybe you said it to me when we first started dating 10 years ago as like a way to rope me in. But so
What's your favorite word? Can you write me a list of words?
what?
Can you write me a list of words that you want me to call you?
This is the logical. That makes it so not romantic. That is so forced. It can't be like that.
Nice legs.
They have cellulite on them from having your child. So I think that when we have arguments, we're both really not arguers. We let things go really easily. And normally AJ turns everything into a joke. If you ask his mom when he was little and she would yell at him when he got in trouble, he would make her laugh so she couldn't be mad at him. It's actually kind of toxic. But he has an annoying way of making you laugh if you're mad. But I would say for the most part, most of us are pretty logical. Both of us are pretty logical with our thinking. Are you copying me? I can't do that now. I would say that both of us are pretty logical, but when we do have frustrations, we're able to like talk it out pretty easily. Right? Is that what that question
Very
is?
easily. And also right there and then.
And I think that
which
that's
is important.
taken a long time.
I think a lot of people, and I have seen this in the past with employees of mine, obviously where resentment builds because they're afraid to say something. They wait. It builds. I think that's the most toxic trait in a relationship, or that somebody can do in a relationship, is wait.
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons why somebody would do that, relationship or business or personal or whatever. It's just because there's a lot of different factors.
We
honestly.
talk about things right away.
Yeah,
and
but I think that
logically.
there were times when resentment would build between us for you not doing what I'm like telling you I want or need or those types of
maybe
things.
years ago, sure.
Yeah, so I think we're at a place now where we're able to like really sit down and talk about things. What is happening?
What?
What?
I'm listening.
Why are your Jesus sandals on?
These are my podcast shoes.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I wear these always on the podcast.
No, you just wear those always now.
That's not true.
Man, I can't think of anything when she's crying. Can you read me that question again one more time?
How do you guys handle misunderstandings in your marriage? Who is first to apologize?
Okay, who's first to apologize? You don't apologize.
You also don't apologize.
Yeah.
There's never, I don't think there's anything ever for people to apologize for.
Being mean to each other is something to apologize
But we're not mean to each other.
But you used to be mean.
Years and years ago. We're not mean to each other now, ever.
Did you apologize then?
I can't remember.
Your mom's showing her upstairs.
Is what?
She keeps going shh because she knows it's probably freaking me out.
Well, we're at an hour.
You just
We didn't
really
really-
half-assed that. Excuse my language. I
Well,
don't like to
it's because
swear.
I can't think of anything. Great question, but I can't really think of anything.
I would say AJ and I still have a lot of work to do in terms of our relationship, but the biggest piece of advice that I have is to, when something happens in an argument, look at how you handle it and take ownership in the part that you have. Like a lot of the things that we project onto other people is just a reflection of ourselves. And so like when I would find that I was getting angry at you for something, like there was something that I could control in that. Do you know what I mean? So work on yourself, and it really helps with your relationship. When AJ and I first met, we were both probably train wrecks. I mean, we were very young, and I was insecure, and you were a professional athlete, and there was a lot of things that went into that. And over the years, it's ebbed and flowed, and I think it's finally come to a point now where it's very healthy because of the fact that we worked on ourselves individually and didn't expect somebody else to fix us or our problems. Like, I would love for AJ to use words of affirmation or be romantic in certain ways, but at the end of, I mean, I do need that, just so that we're clear. But a lot of the things that I need, I know I have inside of myself, if that makes sense. Those would be bonuses for our relationship, but yes. So my advice would be to work on yourself. And I don't think it's ever a bad thing to apologize, right? Even if you don't think that you were at fault, to just apologize for the situation being what it was. I think it's always good to come forward and try and resolve things and be the bigger person.
If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.